Hey, welcome back to the Morrowind Pacifist Challenge. First up on the docket, the King of Clutter, Detritus Caria, has tasked us with finding a couple of items, namely a bolt of cloth and a silver pitcher, which we have. I went and got those. Fantastic. It's exactly what he wanted. We got 300 gold, and we can come back again, and he may have more work for us. Okay. You have any more? Okay, he's looking for more in his collection. Hey, could you turn the trumpets down? Thank you. Yeah, sure, I'll collect more stuff. He wants a particular redware pot, a tall redware pot, a fork, a knife, a spoon, and a yellow plate with a picture of the sun in the middle. Well, that sounds like a lot. It just so happens I have all of those things when I went to go level. I went and bought those things for no particular reason. So we have a knife, a fork, spoon, redware pot, and a plate. I put our points in strength, agility, and luck. Of course, always luck. Willpower doesn't really do a lot, since in Morrowind it doesn't increase your magicka. So I think we'll just stick with agility and strength for now, because having more inventory capacity is going to be good, especially since pretty soon we're going to need to get some more clutter. Here you go. Here's all those things you asked for. 500 gold for turning in all those things. And as a matter of fact, he wants more. But this is all Dwemer tableware. A complete set. 2 goblets, a pitcher, a tankard, and a large bowl.
This is illegal, you know.
Just like the Dwemer cogs, we're going to wait until we get through the main quest before we solve that. So that means now we get to go into a goblin-infested sewer. Hooray! Okay, so we're at a bit of a weird spot in the Tribunal quest line because we don't really have a main thread to follow. But I remember from playing this before that our next mission is to find the Dark Brotherhood. Like, we reported the Dark Brotherhood to the local guard, and the local guard said, yeah, that's probably the king who's trying to have you murdered. Best not to get involved. So here we are in the manor district of Old Mournhold, about to get involved. Okay, now that I have been accosted by the Dark Brotherhood, we have received a quest. Yeah, hunt the Dark Brotherhood. We found their hideout. We don't have an objective, but we're gonna get an objective. Alright, this could get really bad if they have Jink Blades, so I'm going to use the Murdrum Ring, which should make us completely invisible. Oh, they're still after us. That's not how that works. Hey, here he is. Dandrus. Hello, buddy. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna get behind you. Sneak. Grab. Did we grab it? No. Okay. He's hostile. Okay, let's try Calm Humanoid. He no longer has that. Why don't you have that anymore? Why would you do this to me? I need that note to beat this quest without killing you. What a jerk. He doesn't have the note. Why doesn't he have the note? You know what'll help in this situation? Bug Musk. Now that probably sounds weird to someone who has never played this game before. But if we stack Bug Musk, we could talk to him. Hey, who are you? Like, could you maybe tell me things so I don't have to, like, get... The rat's after me. Okay. This isn't working.
One eternity later.
Hey, we did it! Okay, so it took a combination of bribing him 3 times, using Caius' black shirt to fortify sneak, and then using the telekinesis ring so that we weren't super close. That was ridiculous. Let's get out of here. I can't believe that literally took half an hour. The things I do for this channel. Alright, now that we are out of the goblin-infested sewers of Mournhold, why don't we read what that note actually says? Bearer of this document under special dispensation of the Night Mother, who is entered in a contract in perpetuity with H, is given special dispensation to execute Shadow, Khajiit recently residing on the island of Ardenfell. So, H is our mysterious benefactor? Contract was written on the order of H. This should give me some clue as to who wants me dead. I should report my findings to a guard immediately. I think I may have gotten a little ahead earlier when I mentioned who was involved with all this. Why are we going so slow? That's why. What? I can't bribe you by talking about my good deeds? Okay, fine. I'll bribe you the old-fashioned way. Talk to me about the Dark Brotherhood. You believe you killed their leader? I wouldn't count on that. Probably ought to speak to Tienius Deletion. Captain of the guard, find him in the throne room. Okay. I think we came in through the wrong entrance. This is the throne room. There's the throne. We want to speak...
The king's health to you,
yes.
Sarah.
Hello, Tienius Deletion. I want to talk to you about the Dark Brotherhood. You should know who sent the assassins to kill you in your sleep, a reasonable desire. I won't deny my knowledge of it, but I believe it is more important now to speak about an official matter, okay? What is this official matter? Yes, I know your name. I'm Tienius Deletion, captain of King Helseth's royal guards. I have influence with King Helseth, and King Helseth is known for rewarding his friends. I have an official matter you might be able to help me with. The dude tried to have me killed. Now you want my help? I won't pretend I don't know about this. Of course, I'll deny it publicly, but don't take it personally. You appear to present a threat to King Helseth. Perhaps mistakes were made, but you can prove they were mistakes if you can prove your loyalty to King Helseth. Are you interested in helping? Tell me more about this. Rumors amongst people about King Lethen's death. Rumors that Athen Lethen did not die a natural death. There's no truth to them, of course. Speak to the people about King Lethen's death. You're not known to them as my representative, and they'd be more candid with you. Let me know if you find the source of these rumors. You know, did he die a natural death? That's a silly question. I don't like silly questions. I'm not interested in helping you. I see, then we have much to talk about. If you change your mind, I'll be here. Well, that didn't really get me anywhere. We know Helseth is a snake, but siding with him is one of 2 ways to progress through the main quest line. I'm pretty sure all this stuff is optional. I mean, we might as well do these. The whole point of this challenge is to see how much of the game we can do, even though most of like half of Tribunal's questline can be skipped through purposeful sequence work. Like, you can just go to other quest givers and get other quests, but we're just gonna follow the main thread for now. This is an official matter. Just tell me. Okay, fine. Report to me when you've learned the source of the rumors about King Lethen's death.
If a few words can help, I'd be happy to talk.
A few words can help. Do you know anything about King Lethen's death? He's an old men die, and now Helseth is king. Long live the king. Those sounds like the words of a very frightened individual. And I don't blame you. What do you know about King Lethen's death? Excuse me, I'm
Good to see you
gonna be
again,
executed at this rate.
Justice.
King Helseth was, of course, Prince Helseth of Wayrest, as you know, in the Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall. That is incredibly rude, sir. Okay, nobody wants to talk about the king's death. That's probably fair. Pretty sure the printing press is literally in this door labeled "Keep Out." That's the printing press for the notes that people leave around everywhere that I need for the quest, but I can't seem to find any of for once in my life. What do you know about the death? Damn that oh right, Ilnori Faustus. What did he do? Damn that cockered, scrib-sucking son of a Hammerfell whore. Okay, let's keep it PG. I don't want to have to, like, age restrict this video on YouTube. Just left a few hours ago without so much as wave goodbye. Walked out the door. Good riddance, I suppose. Still need an apprentice. Yeah, sure. I could find you an apprentice. Can you find me any information about King Lethen's death? Say he died of old age? Maybe so. Dunmer live a long time, but they also know how to keep their mouths shut. Well, what if I give you money? What if I give you more money? He was old, but not that old. Maybe he just died, like they said. Maybe someone helped him along. There's a broadside sheet called the Common Tongue. In there it says Helseth poisoned hundreds of people when he was in the West. So why not here? You know what?
Custom armor.
It's a good question. And here we have an able-bodied young man who may make for an apprentice. Where are you drinking your troubles away, Thurden? Life isn't exactly gold, can it, sunshine happy at the moment. More like Bungler's Bane bummer. Okay? Just got laid off my job at the pillow factory. The Elder Scrolls is a weird setting. Like, you have pillow factories and spaceships. What a weird world. Like the Industrial Revolution didn't happen here until, like, the 1700s? Question mark? The idea of a pillow factory is a little absurd. Of course, Elder Scrolls also has had the printing press for who knows how long. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're doing really well. Bolsonville in Craftsman Hall is looking for new apprentice. Well, it's not making pillows, but it is work. I just might try that out. You're welcome. He gave us a bottle of Cyrodiil Grandi, which is worth a bit of money. Ah, the Common Tongue. Yoink. Thank you so much for sending Thurden my way. He's a tremendous help around the place, even if I can't ever get him shut up about pillows. I'm good. I don't need custom armor right now, but thank you for the lead and the quest. Why do I still have this quest? There we go. Alright, Thurden is very happy about his new job. He's given 2 Master's Hammers and 2 Repair Problems. This will be very good for keeping my stupid Colovian Fur Helm repaired, because that thing breaks at the slightest provocation.
Justice never sleeps.
And justice never shuts up either. Alright, Tienius. I have learned the source of the rumors about King Lethen's death. It's a little pamphlet, I guess. Thank you for bringing me this copy of the Common Tongue. I believe this is indeed the source of the rumors. See no source or evidence for speculation, just vague falsehoods. Well done. I'll mention your loyal services and exceptional qualities to King Helseth. We might find you further employment. For example, we lack sources of information in Almalexia's temple. Could you help me find a temple informant? Need a source of information inside Almalexia's temple. There are rumors of discontent in the temple. When are there not rumors of discontent? Listen sympathetically, find out whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth or whether the temple plans to act against him. Is he a loyal supporter, though? Because I am part of the Tribunal temple. It's a faithful member of both the temple and the Imperial cult. Now, will you help us find a temple informant who can tell us whether the temple is willing to act? Sure. It would be a little hypocritical to say you can't be a part of both the Tribunal temple and the Imperial cult as a member of both the Tribunal temple and the Imperial cult. I'm the patriarch of the temple. They're not gonna do anything. Why are you worried? Stop worrying.
Justice never sleeps.
It's you two. What is with you two? Are you like twins? What's going on here? And this, of course, is the temple in Mournhold, which is the temple of Almalexia. So there's like an actual god here. We want to stay far away from him. Speaking of gods, that wood elf is the strongest character in the game. We don't want anything to do with him. I'm just glad he can't move, because this is Morrowind. We need to find... Yeah, the Blessings of Almalexia, sure. Wealth dies with us. Would you care to make a donation? Yeah, sure. Is there discontent? Lord Vivek has forgiven the dissonant priests and welcomed back their... Many disagreements still and problems to be worked out. Things are not as bad as they used to be. Yeah.
I heard the rumors about Helseth.
Okay, I literally just asked you about this sort of thing, and now you're saying that it's... Okay, whatever. Gotta find someone else. And everyone in here is going to love us, because...
I clean this temple, Sarah. Mind you keep it that way.
because we are the Nerevarine. Yeah. Do you know anything about discontent in the temple? These are difficult times with much suffering. Okay, so no. What about you? Right, Fredris is the other main quest giver for the main plotline up until things start happening. And you could just ignore Helseth and all his nonsense, but this is a challenge run, and we need to see how much of Helseth stuff we get. I know there's a point where we have to stop helping Helseth because we literally cannot do it without killing people. But for now, is there dissidents in the temple? No. Okay, whatever. Office of the Lord Archcanon? Probably not. The infirmary, that sounds like the place to go. Why do these dark elves not know how to light a room?
Justice never sleeps.
Gulsa Andrano. What do you think about there being discontent in the temple? A faithful believer, but Almalexia makes me uneasy. For the last 50 years, the Tribunal stopped walking among us, stopped listening and speaking with us. This worried me and made me sad. Were our gods abandoning us? Were they growing weak? But since Almalexia has lately come among us again, I feel more worry, not less. Her face glows brightly with hope and power, but her words seem dark and bitter. What if I mentioned Meharamilo and the dissident priests? You are a friend of Meharamilo? Then I can speak freely. Helseth has murdered King Lethen and stolen his crown. It does not matter that King Lethen was a fool. He was our fool. So long as the puppet king was a joke, we could all laugh and ignore him. Helseth is not a fool, and no one is laughing. If Helseth seeks in earnest to be king, then Almalexia and the temple are sworn in earnest to destroy him.
Walk in the light, in the spirit's
Why
light.
even bother having a king if you're just gonna do theocratic nonsense anyways? What's that about? Also, how old are you? Because you don't look
See to it.
like you're hundreds of years old, but apparently 50 years is not that long ago for you. Okay, I have your temple informant. Gelsandron speaks her mind. What we say sounds sincere. You handled her well. Okay. King Helseth is worried about possible disloyalty among the guards. Oh no. Who could ever be disloyal to a dark elf who was raised in Breton lands and then comes over and, like, the month he arrives, the reigning king is dead? It's unthinkable, really. Placed many of the former king's guards with more reliable men, have to keep some experienced guards, and I can't be certain of their loyalties. I will pretend you wish to join the royal guards. That's your excuse for talking to the guards, sounding them out, and looking for evidence of disloyalty. If you find any hint of treason or evidence of disloyalty, report it to me. Take no action. Okay, it's easy enough, because taking action usually involves killing people, and we're not about that. Do you have anything, like, in specific? It's your judgment, I'm testing, not mine. Okay, fine. Great.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
I'm joining the Royal Guards. What did Tiana's Delician send you to me for? If he wants you to be a Royal Guard, then you'll be a Royal Guard. Nothing to do with me. How do I like it? You think I was born yesterday? My mom didn't teach me to blabber to strangers. So old King Lethen was a bit of a fool, but he was good to me. And King Helseth is no fool. He's got to keep some experienced men like me around. All these new fellows like you, someone's got to teach them their business. Because they don't know it. Well, I'm part of House Lalu. Really, does Tiana's Delician know that? She talked to Alari Aaron. You should tell her that you're House Lalu. Really. But don't tell Tiana's Delician. Just tell Alari Aaron. Okay. I can do that. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way. I'm not, like, looking this... I mean, I am looking stuff up in the wiki to make sure if we have to kill people or not, but, like, I just completely blind grabbed that guy and said, hey, tell me what I need to know. And he did. That's handy. What are you laughing at? Okay, where is Alari Aaron? You're not going to tell me. Okay.
What do you want with me?
There is Alari Ellen. You're going to tell me. I wouldn't have expected to see the Nerevarine here in Mournhold. Yeah, I am the Nerevarine. You should be happier about that. Why are you only at 33? Here, just take gold. I'm joining the Royal Guard. In the Royal Guard all my life, so is my mother and her mother. Served King Lethen for many years, and now serve King Helseth. Long live the king, long live the emperor. None of my business, of course, but why do you want to be a guard? You look like you've done well enough for yourself as an adventurer. I have connections with House Lalu. You what? If Vulin Irano told you to tell me about your Lalu connections and told you not to tell Tiana's Delician, I have no idea what that's all about. Are you sure you heard him right? He's not the brightest star in the sky, and he gets confused sometimes. I wouldn't worry about it. I'll talk to Evulin Arano later when I get a chance. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Huh. Suspect Evulin Arano said something to me that he shouldn't have, and Alaria Urin was covering up for him. Okay, well, do you have, like, a locker for your uniform? Yes, they both do, which means we gotta... We're gonna have to break into these. This is gonna be a real pain in the neck. Oh. Or we could just steal this handwritten note. Curious copy of guard duty rosters for the past several weeks. Handwriting is tiny and almost illegible with frequent misspellings. 3 names are always correctly spelled: Milvelli, Draylin, Evulin Arano, and Alaria Aaron. And those watches when all 3 are the only guards in the throne room have been underlined twice. Alright, Tienius. I have found evidence of disloyalty among the guards. This is Evulin Arano's handwriting on the note you found. He notes the watches when Draylin, Aaron, and Arano are the only ones in the throne room. I believe I'll change the watch schedules to prevent that, and I'll need to keep a close eye on all 3. Very shrewd work. Yes. Need help finding evidence of conspiracy. Okay. So what's this about a conspiracy? The old King Slalu's supporters haven't accepted King Hel's accession to the throne with good grace. I think another candidate, a Halalu candidate, for example, would be better. So, when candidates search Lethen Manor for documents, diaries, or other tangible evidence, what do you know about Lethen Manor? Okay, you know what? Whatever. I don't like this guy. Just being thorough, and he's a real jerk about it. Alright, this is Lethen Manor. Hello, Animal. Speaks to Ravani Lethen, the king's widow.
I have a feeling you and I are about to become very
right,
close.
Lethen, as in the former king. I knew that. You are Ravani.
We must endure our sorrows.
Yes, yes. You just, it's awful. They murdered him, Helseth and his spiders. Everyone knows and no one lifts a finger. What is this, Crusader Kings 3? Imperial Justice. I spit on Imperial Justice. They killed my husband and now that wicked man is king. Kerselthus and all his kin. Yeah, okay. Do I want to vow to avenge his death? Yeah, I'll vow to avenge his death. Bless you. May fortune smile on your blade. There are those among my husband's friends who will not rest until justice is done. I shall mention your name to them. Okay, thank you. I guess. A handwritten letter. Oh. This is probably more like what we need. Can you not see me, please? Thank you. Just outside to my honorable cousin, Forvin Brano. Be this delivered in haste. I cannot agree. I am a merchant, no skill in arms. You are noble in your prime. Proven on practice in tournament grounds. Never fought a duel and have few gifts as a liar. No one can doubt Hlogger the Bloody's aptitude and enthusiasm for mayhem, but he is not a subtle man. More suited for a brawl or battlefield than an assassin's role, and we cannot trust the Dark Brotherhood. Helseth owns them. They promise discretion, but their promises are worthless. Afraid we must approach the Mordag Tong. Oh, so yeah, no, there's definitely a conspiracy. I'll just be going now. Don't look at your desk. There's nothing. I mean, there's definitely still a letter on your desk, lady. Is Lethen's widow like still a queen?
The 9 and the end.
Does it work like presidents? Like if you're a former president, they still call you Mr. President.
You want something?
Do they still do that with first ladies though?
Long live the king.
Uh-huh. Here, I have evidence of conspiracy. There you go. Letter you found, very interesting. Obviously conspiring to assassinate King Helseth is treason, punishable by death. I will immediately draw up writs for their execution. You would do the king a great service if you would execute these traitors. I'm not interested. Think you should be interested. Serving King Helseth is in your best interest, but suit yourself. Speak to me again if you change your mind. Does that close up the quest? No. Well, that's annoying. It's a good stopping point, though. Does fulfilling other quests cause this quest to close up in the journal? Okay, so funnily enough, according to the UESP, we could just not kill them, apparently, which is... I don't know if I've ever done that. Sure, I'll take care of this. You have received 3 royal writs of execution. Tell me where these people are. Forvin Verano is a faithful temple-going noble. Look for him in and around the temple. Logger the buddy. Like a lot of those Nord louts, he may be too cheap to pay for lodgings. Try looking down below in the sewers. That's not how Nords work. Betel Allen, no idea where to look. Okay, whatever. Betel Allen is a bookworm. Try a bookseller. Okay. Corvin Morano, up by the temple. Logger the Bloody. The West Sewers. Where are the West Sewers? Is there a grate in God's Reach that leads to the sewers? I think that leads to the sewers under the palace. The West Sewers are west of that. Okay, thank you. Hey!
Say your piece, child, and be done.
Corvin Morano. Evidence of conspiracy. Don't know what you're talking about. This is obviously some mistake. You need to get out of here, buddy. Oh gods, thank you. Blessings of the Nine and Elm Civi, and anything else you like. Thank gods I have a mark set. I'll be gone instantly, and I assure you I will never betray your mercy. Goodbye. Just disapparated. Alright, this is a bookseller. Oh, hello, Betel Allen.
Whatever you want. Within reason.
There's a conspiracy going around town, and you need to get out of here. Poof. Gone. Yeah, I do not remember being able to just not kill it. Probably because I just killed him every time I played. This is a very different way to play this game, and even though not a lot, this game isn't really built with pacifism in mind. It's still built with role-playing in mind, and I suppose if you're playing a sympathetic Hlalu character who doesn't like King Helseth, yeah, you probably would have let these guys go, and I might have at some point. I just don't remember it at all. My memory of the DLC is rather poor compared to the base game, which is it's really what happens with most games. Why is that? Oh, you, right? Hello. Hey, buddy. There's a conspiracy going around, and you need to get out of here because a bunch of Dark Brotherhood agents are probably going to come after you, and also I've riled every goblin within a 3-mile radius. So you need to just skedaddle. Oh no, wouldn't you know it? All 3 of those guys you sent me to kill, they somehow got word of it and escaped. All 3? There must be a leak here at the palace. Well, you've done the best you could. You have my thanks, and I'll tell King Helseth that you tried. Now I'd like your help finding the anonymous writer of the Common Tongue. I'd like you to find the anonymous writer and persuade him to stop printing such lies about King Helseth. When we make official inquiries, people just look stupid and assure us they have no idea what we are talking about. We think that you may have better luck, particularly if you approach less reputable citizens, persons who place profit above Arn. I mean, are they really lies? What do you know about it? Do not let our close association confuse you into thinking I will tolerate disrespectful speech concerning our sovereign. Okay, whatever. Tell me about this mission. First, we want you to ask around and discover who's writing these lies. Then we want you to find him and persuade him to stop printing these lies. The manner of the persuasion is left to our discretion. Okay. Don't want to appear to be threatening the time-honored imperial traditions of encouraging free speech. Yeah, sure, whatever. While we're looking around for an anonymous writer, I talked to someone who deals in writings. That's probably good. Perhaps a person with a shady reputation who deals with books and scrolls. Oh, you're talking about...
Well, thank you.
10 Tongues Weirhat. Okay. Hey, Weirhat, what do you know about this anonymous writer? Okay, fine. Here, 100 gold. That's what I've heard. Guy who writes the Common Tongue is someone named Trels Varus. Not a name known to me personally. Make it a habit to know the names of people personally. This guy I do not know. Guy is well hid and wants to stay well hid. But where do I first hear about this guy? In the Craftsman Hall. Okay, thank you. So, nobody who actually works in the Craftsman's Hall seems to know anything. Which means we're just gonna have to get into here ourselves without being spotted by the many people walking around at all hours. Go back to your posts. Go bother your smithy guy about pillows or something. Alright, we have made it to the secret office of Ferranus Londo.
We just work here.
Oh, okay, that's not the boss.
We print the truth, the straight.
You're the boss, Trels Varus. What are you doing here? And may I suggest you make your answer very clear, because this office and what we do here is a well-kept secret, and we wish to keep it a secret even if it means you do not leave here alive. You will stop printing these lies about King Helseth. Never printed lies, only printed the truth. You know what? I'll make a donation of 3,000 gold to the Widows and Orphans Fund. You're a shrewd judge of character, a man of principle, but I will not hold my common tongue for a payment of gold. But I do know what benefits gold can do if it is used in a good cause. Very well, I will not discuss King Helseth in the common tongue. You have my word, and I'll take your gold. Now, if you excuse me, you have to recode immediately, now that the secret of our office is spoiled. Okay, good. I was a little concerned there for a second when he mentioned his intention of murdering me to keep his office a secret. It's a little understandable. I mean, there was that guy on Reddit who made, like, a fort out of cubicles, and then he got shuffled around and his entire department was fired, but he was still getting paid. So he just hid for years and just made small talk with people whenever he showed up to work.
So,
like, I'm not saying I would kill somebody if I was in that position just to keep my job, but I understand it. I have found the anonymous writer of the common tongue. Trells Varus. Yeah, you know what? The 3,000 gold I donated is a small sacrifice in the service of the king. Very satisfied with your service and sentiments. You shall have 3,000 gold to cover your expenses and a rich reward and great honor. Besides, I give you a King's Oath blade, exactly like those used by the Royal Guard. Only those sworn to the King's service and tested by great trials may use them. They bear deadly curses that kill thieves and traitors. There's one last official matter. Go to Lady Berenzia. She's asked to speak with you. What? Okay.
Long live the king.
Okay, so this is literally it. You finish this up? Yep. Okay, cool. Can I sit in the chair? I cannot sit in the chair. That is disappointing. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be it. And we got a cool sword. Is this a unique model? I think so. Yeah, it's nice in either case. Although we don't really have the skill to use it, but I guess we could pawn it off if nothing else. That's probably something we could donate to the museum. But that's something to worry about in a future episode. Thanks for watching.